Joining us now is Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton. Senator, well, there are a number of Democrat politicians at Davos. You had Kristen Sinema and you had Joe Manchin. Chris Coons was there, so some of your Senate colleagues. But what really is the goal here, in your view, given how much money the people in attendance do control?
Well, Laura, I think you put it well, that they're focused on a kind of collectivist system that can be imposed without democratic consent by elites around the world. That's one reason why they celebrate the Chinese model to such a great degree. Remember, in 2017, they got the vapors over Xi Jinping's speech, in part because they were so repulsed by Donald Trump, which you saw again when Donald Trump went into the Lion's Den a few years later and said that we're going to stand proud and strong for a sovereign America, and we expect other countries to do that for themselves as well. Some of that is ideological. Some of it, as you say, is financial. A lot of these organizations and their leaders are deeply in bed with the Chinese communists, whether it's underwriting businesses there, or shipping businesses there, colluding with them to try to establish this kind of new global order that's modeled on the Chinese system. A lot of this is just financial, but it is ideological as well, that you have the left that wants to have this kind of total control with or without, in many cases, democratic consent.
Well, the Chinese vice premier spoke, we played a few sound bites from it in the angle, but he spoke about why the world should be cooperating with them at this point. Watch.
We need a global response to climate change. The COVID-19 pandemic has revealed to us a possible connection between climate change and public health crisis. This is an area where effective international cooperation is needed.
Now, Senator, they unleashed a virus on us, and they're citing the virus and the pandemic as a reason, I guess, that we should all trust them more. But the left loves this, and Democrats apparently have a lot of respect for this.
Well, look, the Chinese communists, just like the Russian communists in the Cold War, know how to scratch the itches of the Western left-wing elite. Apparently, you can tie climate change to anything, to include the pandemic that China unleashed on the world, and get them cooing towards you. But they do this time and time again, even though, of course, China is the worst polluter in the world, has no plan to abandon its fossil fuel energy sources. Again, these people don't care fundamentally about democratic self-government in strong nation states. They care about achieving left-wing ideological goals. You know, most of these people read George Orwell's 1984 and Plato's Republic, and they didn't take it as cautionary tales about an overpowering state. They took it as a how-to manual, and they see a lot of lessons they can draw from the way the Chinese communists have governed that country.
Senator, can we expect that TikTok will be a bipartisan bill that goes to banning TikTok that ends up at President Biden's desk? Do you think that's possible and that should happen?
Absolutely, Laura. We've already banned it from federal government devices. A lot of states like mine have banned it from state devices as well. But we need to ban TikTok in America simply. We would have never, during the Cold War, allow Russian communists to control a major media outlet in America that was spreading communist propaganda. Also, that was specifically designed to target America's youth with the most kind of repulsive content that's designed to influence young Americans, boys and girls alike, stuff that the Chinese communists would never allow to be on TikTok in their own country. So I hope that we get democratic cooperation to take the next logical step, which is to prohibit this platform that is simply used for Chinese propaganda here and around the world.
One being least likely, 10 most likely. Will it be banned in the United States?
I'm actually pretty optimistic about this, Laura, because the case is so strong. Not just the content, but the risk to data privacy and security. So I'd say 7 or 8.
All right. Let's hope
I like your odds better than 7 or 8.
All right. All right, Senator. Thank you.